Hello out there, how you doing? Jeff D, AIMCHealthSolutions.com for our weekly video for you. As we always do every week, Saturday after the gym, LA Fitness behind me back there. Did a great shoulders, tries, and abs. Did a little biking for a little cardio this morning. It was awesome, awesome stuff. Back in the car, it's a little cold, a little chillier this morning here in Massachusetts after it's not been much of a winter, but you know it's still not over yet, so don't get too happy yet. So what are we going to talk about this week? We're going to talk about the silent killer, right? The one that you always seem to not have not much symptoms for, but it's very important. It's called high blood pressure, your blood pressure, and you know that's something that's very common. You know, you go to the doctors or ever get a checkup, they always check your blood pressure to make sure it's at a good level. Normally, and this is a normal for someone middle age, 120 over 80-ish is usually good. Sometimes when it gets higher than that, it's not that great. So what I want to do is kind of go over some of the warning signs first, and then, of course, some ways to maintain the most healthy blood pressure. So what are some of the warning signs? Sometimes people get bloody noses. That's one big thing. Or you're tired a lot. That's another one. Headaches are sometimes common. So what happens is, with high blood pressure is, the blood is forcing itself through the veins, right? You always hear about people that, I always say silent killer, but what could be a result of high blood pressure, a lot of times is a stroke, right? Because the blood's just trying to get through and it's pushing against your veins and can't get through. So, you know, of course, it's pressure. It's like almost like water pressure. They will like we turn the water on really, really high. So you want to maintain a medium state there. You don't want to have your blood just trying to force it through the veins because of maybe a potential clot. So that's a big thing with high blood pressure. And what causes high blood pressure, right? We've talked about this a lot. It's a lack of exercise. If you don't exercise, your body is sedentary. Of course, your blood's just gonna, you know, it's not gonna be healthy. It doesn't flow like it should. A high sodium diet is absolutely bad. We talk about canned goods, preservatives. If you just eat out of a can, it's absolutely not healthy. Anything with sugar, salt, mostly salt. Anything that's added salt, you know, you always think about potato chips, popcorn with tons of salt. Salt is usually, and you know, salt is good for you in moderation, by the way. But, you know, when you really have it as an additive to another food, it's not good. But the canned goods are really bad. They're just not good. That plus lack of exercise is a recipe for high blood pressure. Now, one little thing I want to say is, this is one thing I read is, take your high blood pressure after 12 o'clock, because what happens is when you get up in the morning, your body's ramping up. It's almost like starting your engines, and your blood's got to flow. And it's probably working harder to wake you up, right? Get you ready for the day. When you kind of maintain and get yourself to an even state, that's the best time to take your blood pressure. You notice when you get towards the end of the day, right? Your blood pressure goes down. You're relaxing after a long day of work. All right, so let's talk about what helps you. And, you know, of course, our TLS program, everything around it is going to help you. But, you know, I'll tell you what's the superfood. There is a superfood for maintaining high blood pressure. It's beets. Beets are just amazing. So, of course, fruits and vegetables are good, but beets is probably the best vegetable. Lean chicken or fish. Awesome stuff. Eggs, believe it or not, eggs are very good, right? We talk about the bad stuff, anything that's processed, think hot dogs, anything or bologna, anything that is processed, not good. We get back to the natural stuff. We always talk about this a lot. You know, we talk about, you know, eggs are natural, right? They're natural food. Lean chicken, lean fish, with not too much fried stuff. You don't want to have too much breadcrumbs out there, which has a lot of salt content. And then, you know, in the supplement world, potassium, Q10, coenzyme Q10, fish oils are like the top three. Vitamin B, and D are like, I would say, honorable mention. Probably D is a little higher. But those are like 3 or 4 great supplements to take, especially if you're suffering from high blood pressure. You're just trying to get yourself adjusted. I always say this again. I am not a doctor. I'm a health and wellness advisor. So, always see a doctor first. Talk to your doctor if you do have high blood pressure. They may put you on some medications initially, but what you want to do is you want to weed off those eventually and do the old natural version of maintaining your blood pressure. And then last but not least, like I talked about at the beginning of my video here, you got to get to the gym. You got to exercise. Simple walking is good, and you can ramp yourself up to some HIIT training, high intensity interval training. That will help you too, but you got to exercise because that helps your blood kind of flow. But, so hopefully this helps you. Again, avoid the canned goods, the processed foods, of course. We talk about that a lot. Go natural. Eat those beets. There's even beet supplements out there. There's some good stuff out there if you don't like beets themselves. And then, of course, coenzyme Q10, fish oils, natural fish oils are good. And you will have a nice blood pressure and you'll feel better. Because, like I said at the beginning, too, it's a silent killer. People don't know a lot of times that they have high blood pressure until they get it checked. What ends up happening, probably the biggest thing is strokes. Eventually you'll have a stroke. And you hear a lot of that lately out there with people getting strokes and all that. And it's probably because of high blood pressure. Have a good day. Jeff D, AIMCHealthSolutions.com. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Share my video with your network. It's all about the network. Have a good day.